Oh, greetings everyone. Yeah, no fancy editing for this one. I basically just wanted to sort of come on and do a quick update while I'm working on some stuff. Hey, check it out. Whoa! I actually managed to find some boxes for the last bits of the collection there. I don't think... there's a couple things on the black shelf there. But anyway, greetings. How's it going? Glad y'all enjoyed the packing video. This is a little dusty. Hold on a second. Dusty. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here quickly and sort of give you a brief update. Some of you seem to be a little confused. Where the hell did I put my duster? Oh, there it is. I actually used this in the packing video, but everything was going so fast you probably couldn't see. So I just basically dusted the shelves before packing them up. And then I actually, remember when I got the new shelving units for the library? Well, I still have the boxes from those. I kind of hung on to them. I was actually going to chuck them, but I just never got around to it. Now I'm kind of glad I did, because now I can just put the shelves in there. One of you was asking me, do I disassemble the shelves? No, I don't. I basically just leave the shelves like that. I take the shelves off and the pegs off, obviously, but I don't disassemble them. But yeah, it's just too much of a pain in the ass to be reassembling like 8 shelving units, you know. Anyway, I thought we'd just put the TARDIS bank away. I think I've shown this to you guys before. But, it does make sounds, but I don't have it turned on right now. It's the 10th Doctor and Martha. Little phone there and everything. And the light used to go as well. There's an old video where I did a Doctor Who DVD update where you get to see this in action, but sadly it actually fell off the thing there a little while ago, and while it didn't visibly damage the light, ever since then the light doesn't flash anymore. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, some of you have been a little bit confused about why I'm moving again. I could have sworn I covered this when I did my January update. This should not be news to any of you, but I guess some of you just missed that update or whatever, or just don't watch all my videos, and that's fine. I mean, I don't expect everybody to watch everything I do. I don't even watch everything I do. Actually, yeah, I do, because I have to sort of make sure that the video turned out okay. But anyway, the reason I'm moving is very simple. A year ago, when I moved here, you may recall the main issue. There we go. Good as new. Just put it right back on the toy shelf. Not that I ever would, of course, because it's the TARDIS, and the TARDIS is cool. Just like bow ties and fezzes. Yeah, so basically a year ago when I moved here, the main reason I moved here was because of the asbestos issue in the previous apartment where, yeah, let's not do that. You know, if you go back to videos from February of last year, of 2011, you can see that whole sordid saga. Did a couple updates from a hotel room where I was staying while they were fixing everything and stuff like that. It was around the same time that I was doing the Dead Space 2 playthrough, if you want sort of a time frame. And yeah, so basically I had to move fairly quickly. I didn't want Rosie to be in that environment. I didn't want to be in that environment, so... And the landlords there were being kind of dicks about the whole thing, so I just up and moved. And moved here, which seemed like a wonderful upgrade. It was a bigger place. I had just started the new job at Best Buy, working for the Geek Squad, and everything seemed to be falling into place very nicely. Well, as you've seen, 2011 has been a much better year than 2010 was. But then Annetta, basically, Annetta had been dating at the time, and she met a new guy who lived up in Nanaimo, up island. So that's about a 2-hour bus ride away from here. So basically, and of course she took Rosie with her. I mean, we got joint custody and stuff, so I mean there was no question of visitation or anything like that. It was just simply a matter of distance and time. I mean, it's a 2-hour bus ride up there, and then it's a 2-hour bus ride back, and then there's like a 3-hour wait between buses. So, you know, for me to go up to Nanaimo, pick up Rosie, and bring her back down here would mean, you know, even if I left at the crack of dawn, which I always would, leave at the crack of dawn, take the first bus up there, and then by the time we got back down here, for, to spend a weekend at my place, it would be like 3 in the afternoon. So we lost like 2/3 of the day. So we get to spend like 4 hours together, and then it would be time for her to go to bed. So there was the time factor. The other factor was expense. I don't drive, so that means my only option is to take the Greyhound bus. The Greyhound bus, for me, costs $30 to go up to Nanaimo, and $30 back. Rosie, unlike on the public transit, Rosie is not free on the Greyhound bus. On the public transit, she's free up until she's 8, I think. So, public transit, I can just pay $2.50 and bring Rosie with me, and I can use the same transfer on the way back. So basically $2.50 to have her over to my place for a weekend while they were living in Victoria. But now, living up in Nanaimo, that just wasn't a possibility anymore. So that meant for me to go up would be $30. To bring Rosie back would be $50 for the two of us. So she's a little cheaper, but still $50. That's $80 for a round trip with the two of us. And then to bring her back at the end of the weekend, another $80. And I would have her every other weekend. So let's do the math on that, shall we? Every weekend I would have Rosie down here would be $160 times 2. That's $320. On top of that, because of that expense, it was getting difficult to cover the bills. So, some of you have sort of, not some of you guys because I blocked these people, but there were a few people being douchey about it, saying, well, if bills are such a problem, why are you buying so many DVDs and Blu-rays lately? And it's like, what part of I bought these a while ago and I'm just getting around to the updates now did you not catch at the beginning of like every single fucking update? Like some people just really don't have a clue. Most of, just to clarify for anybody who's still confused, that big wave of updates that I did a couple of months ago, where I did like, I guess it was about a month ago, where I did like 25 DVD and Blu-ray updates in a row. That was all stuff that I bought during the summer and fall, when I had a lot of extra money coming in and I could afford all that stuff. It was, I don't buy things that I can't afford. I'm not a fucking idiot, And then as for recently it's been primarily gift cards and Boxing Week sales, which have been ridiculously cheap. And anybody who thinks that I ever let my collection come ahead of spending time with my daughter, get a fucking clue, seriously. Like, what kind of a jackass do you think I am? And if you seriously think I'm that kind of a person, unsubscribe and get the fuck out of Dodge right now, because I don't want assholes like you on my channel who are going to be judging based on the content of my multimedia show. Okay, I do videos about my collection. That doesn't mean my collection is the centerpiece of my entire life. Get a clue. So, bottom line is, the main reason I'm moving is because it's just got too damn expensive to stay down here paying way more for rent. I mean, rent here versus up there is about a $400 a month difference. So between the $400 I'm saving here plus the $300+ I'll be saving by not having to take the Greyhound all the time when I want to see Rosie, that's like a $700 a month savings. That is not insignificant at all. So yeah, so that's a big reason there. But of course the main reason I'm moving up there is to be closer to Rosie. I thought that was pretty obvious, And again, people who think like, oh, we've been buying so much lately and you should be making your daughter your priority. It's like, okay, well, let's see. We spent almost an entire week together the beginning of this month, and she helped me pick the place. And I spent a couple of days with her up in Nanaimo as well. I have not let even the expense of moving get in the way of me being able to spend time with my daughter. So that isn't having my priorities straight. Not to mention the fact I'm basically turning my entire life upside down in order to be closer to Rosie. It's not just about saving money. If it was all about saving money and I was the selfish asshole everybody seems to think I am, I would be getting a bachelor apartment so I could spend more on my collection, which clearly is the centerpiece of my entire life. No, that's not the way it works, folks. That's not the kind of person I am. My daughter is very much a priority. She is the top priority. If the only option was for me to sell all my stuff in order to be able to provide for Rosie or to spend more time with Rosie, I absolutely would, without hesitation. I'm not a fucking hoarder who has emotional attachment to all of his stuff. I can get rid of the stuff if there isn't room for both in my life. if there's a choice between my daughter and my stuff, it's my daughter. And, you know, I watch these episodes of Hoarders where people are in positions where they have to make a choice between their stuff and their children, and it just appalls me to see them even stop and think about it. It's like, why are you even thinking about this? This is not a question that you think about. It is the children, always. They are always the priority. And the same goes for me. You know, there's not even a second's hesitation. It's like, what's more important, your stuff? Or, before they even finish asking the question, Rosie. Period. You know, Rosie is absolutely the priority in my life, and that's why I'm moving. I'm moving to be closer to Rosie, you know, and on top of that, to save money. So that's two very big reasons. And, you know, so the plus side is being up there means I'll be able to see Rosie more often. Annetta and I are going to be doing a much more even split as far as visitation goes. So basically 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So she'll be with me 2 weeks, she'll be with Annetta 2 weeks, and, you know, just alternate back and forth like that. So it'll be, you know, it'll be great. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So you can definitely expect to see more Rosie in 2012. The other thing is, of course, the money that I'll be saving means I can very comfortably get more stuff for the collection, you know. Not to mention get some hardware upgrades. I really want to get a proper 1080p camcorder so I can actually go properly portable again and do away with this god-awful frame rate. And yeah, that'd be nice. And actually maybe do some short movies and stuff, which is something I've really been wanting to do again for a long time. So yeah, so long and short of it is, the reason I'm moving is because what worked a year ago when Annetta and Rosie were down in Victoria no longer works with them being at the other end of the island. So I basically have a choice. I can keep toughing it out here and having to pay through the nose for everything, or I can just do the smart thing and move up to Nanaimo, where, you know, visiting with Rosie means a $2.25 bus ticket instead of you know, $160 in Greyhound tickets for the same visit. Not to mention the fact the travel time is a lot less. It's like a 10-minute bus ride versus a 2-hour bus ride each way. Yeah, so believe me, this is the right thing to do. You know, some people have commented that I seem to move a lot. It's like, well, you know, that's the way life goes sometimes. It's not like I have intentionally been fucking up my life every year to make things difficult for myself, you know? That's just the way life is, you know? Sometimes things stay on the straight and steady and you can just stay where you are for years and years and years. And that's great. If that's your situation, more power to you. But not everybody is so lucky, you know? There's a lot of other factors involved beyond just what you personally can do for yourself. You know, when there's other people in your life, you have to make changes to accommodate those other people, and that's what I'm doing. You know, and I'm doing it happily. I mean, yeah, moving is a hassle, and I hate moving. So why do you do it so often? Well, that's just the way it goes sometimes, and, you know, I'm content to deal with that. And yeah, but I mean, I see the move up to Nanaimo as being a good thing for a lot of reasons. I mean, it's going to be, you know, a lot less stressful for all of the above reasons. I've got a few opportunities coming my way as well that will allow me to get some more money in the bank, which would be nice, like right off the bat. I'm still trying to figure out, I'm still trying to work out the possibility of transferring to either the Best Buy or Future Shop up there, and then we'll see. Or, you know, I might just decide to try something different. You know, I might try something different entirely, you know, see how it goes. I mean, I've got enough money set aside that, you know, I can cover bills for like the next few months quite comfortably and without any fear of running out. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, to just quickly get back to people saying that I'm buying too many things and therefore my daughter is not a priority. First off, fuck you. And second off, I would not be buying things if I could not spare the money. You know, if it was not, you know, in the budget, you know? So, yeah. So that said, I actually do have some new stuff, which I might squeeze in a few bare-shelved updates in before I go. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, in the meantime, I just left a few things out to, like, some of the newer things, so I could maybe do an update video before I go if I have time, maybe just for a break between packing. Might do that. And B, so I'd have something to watch and entertain myself while packing. So it's basically a small enough stack that I can basically just toss it all in my backpack if I need to. So that's cool. Anyway, hope that clears up any confusion. I think I covered everything. Yeah, so I'm moving. What's it to you? And for a very good reason, I think. I think all the reasons are right this time. I mean, it's not so much an emergency move, it's more a, hey, this is the right thing to do move. So now, you know, things have changed. A lot of things have changed in the past year. And, you know, that when things change like that, it's like you can either change with them or just keep suffering. You know, a lot of the hells that we live in our lives are of our own making. It's like, oh, I hate my job. Well, get a new job then. You know? Oh, I hate my life. Well, get a new life. I hate the place I'm living in. Move! You know? We are in control of our destiny, so embrace it by the nutsack and drag it screaming through the street until it concedes to your demands. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. No fancy editing. I'm basically just going to save this and post it. Just a quick update. Probably not going to be anything too fancy between now and the move. Just some haphazard stuff thrown up onto the YouTubes for you to digest. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. Again, so until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. I'll probably give you some more moving updates over the course of it. Oh, by the way, there's a package opening video. I've got a package opening video that I shot before the packing of the collection, so you'll probably see that sometime this weekend. I'm going to throw it together. So you will actually see the shelves full again, briefly, in that video, but no, that's not from the new place. That's like the last video with the shelves full from this place. Well, minus the packing one. Anyway, you know what I mean. Alright, see you next time. Bye.